Hello, everybody. We are going to talk about Jedi Master Luke today, and we're going to talk about him specifically in Conquest, because Conquest is coming back next week, and in my opinion, he is the MVP of Conquest. If you are needing a Galactic Legend to get to the Red Crate in Hard, if you're going after Galactic Legend, he's probably who I would pick, just in terms of Conquest, in terms of territory battles, in terms of counters, all this fun stuff. But I want to focus specifically on Conquest, because you can get Red Crate with just Jedi Master Luke. I've done it on one of the accounts that I play. Obviously, on my own account, I have different Galactic Legends that I can use, but I want to focus specifically on why he is so strong in Conquest, and a lot of it has to do with his feats. With the feats of Conquest and how he can help you complete them. Because at the end of the day, you need to do the feats and you also need to get through the nodes, right? Like you need to 3-star them, 2-star them, whatever you're doing. But the feats are what's really going to matter here. So the first thing that I want to do before we jump into it is I want to look at his requirements, because his requirements, in my opinion, are not that steep, but they also are going to help you in terms of other teams that you're going to want to use in Conquest anyway. So if you have Jedi Master Luke, you're going to have these other teams ready to go, and overall it's just going to make things easier for you. Then I want to look at the last 3 iterations of Conquest, including the one that we are currently in. So by that I mean we're going to look at Conquest 7, 8, and 9, which is the one that we had to unlock Maul, 10, 11, and 12, which is where we were doing Boba, and then obviously this one, 13, 14, and 15, where we're working on the ship. And then we can just go into this, okay? So we are in my phone. We're gonna look at his requirements. So like I said, I already have him unlocked, so it's not gonna be the prettiest, but basically you are gonna need Obi-Wan Kenobi, so you're going to want Old Ben. We're going to talk about him later for feats. You're going to want Jedi Training Rey. We can talk about her a little bit for feats, but I mean, she's not super applicable. She's a good character to have, though. C-3PO, again, we're going to use him. Mon Mothma, going to use her. 3PO and Chewie, going to use him. Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker, going to use him a lot. R2, Han, Legendary Chewie, going to use all of them. Rebel Wing, Y-Wing doesn't matter for Conquest. And then you're going to want Princess Leia, Hermit Yoda, Wedge, Biggs, and Lando. All of them except Princess Leia, but I mean, you could use her. We're going to talk about and how they relate to Conquest. So we do need Jedi Knight Luke to get Jedi Master Luke. So let's look at his requirements as well, because his are obviously needed to do this. And we might as well just look at everything you need before we hop into this. So obviously you need Wampa. You need CLS. This is the biggest thing. You need 3PO, Han, Chewie, Captain Han, and Rolo. A lot of these requirements are double dipping into Jedi Master Luke requirements. So while it is a little bit daunting because you have to keep working on these characters, they do kind of double dip and make it worthwhile. Ships we don't care about. Hermit Yoda, you're double dipping again. Lando, double dipping again. So, and then Darth Vader. So a lot of these double dip, which is why it is so amazing. But we're going to get into it. I want to show you. I'm not going to keep this open because you can't read it. You're just going to have to trust me on this. So this is the feat guide from Conquest 7, 8, and 9. So this is all the feats that we had to do for each sector and the global one. So I'm just going to kind of quickly go over them. Then I also have, just so you believe me, this is from Conquest 10. So 10, 11, and 12. And then we have the current iteration of Conquest. So one thing that you're going to want to keep in mind with all of this is that Jedi Master Luke came out in roughly like October, November of 2020. That's when we got his kit reveal, October 2020. Conquest started March 2021, so it's been out for almost a year now. Jedi Master Luke, I have been saying this from the very beginning, is the MVP of Conquest. So let us just, we're just going to look at it a little bit, because he's probably the most, I want to say one of the most utilized Galactic Legends, and he's going to help you with your feats, right? So like he's the reason why you're going to get through this. And before we even dive into this, I know what you're going to say. Lord Vader walks through all the sectors, and I do agree with that. He does, make it super easy to walk through the sectors, get 3 stars. If you are working on feats where you just need characters to survive, it's great. But he's not going to help you get the feats done in the same way that Jedi Master Luke is going to help you. So let's talk about 3 iterations ago. So this is the Conquest series where you were wanting to unlock Maul. In Sector 1, you needed to defeat 30 characters with Phoenix characters. This didn't require a full squad, so the best way you're going to be able to do this is to have Jedi Master Luke as your lead, and you're going to spam his ult, or his leadership ability, and call Phoenix characters to get the kills. And you didn't need to win for this, so it didn't really matter if you won or not. You just needed to get the kills. And because of his leadership ability, it didn't matter really what gear level your Phoenix were, because their damage was being done through Jedi Master Luke's protection, just because of how his kit works. You just really need to make sure, if you were concerned about them dying, not to pick a node that had an AoE on it. Winning without any supports, super straightforward. You just put no supports on the team with him because he's a tank. A lot of the other feats in that sector you would just get naturally as you moved on. In Sector 2, you needed to inflict blind 40 times. Now, Jedi Master Luke doesn't do this, but CLS and 3PO is the quickest way to do this. 3PO has an AoE blind. So right there, you're set to go. You needed to attempt to inflict potency down 40 times. Again, the easiest way to do this is Jedi Master Luke lead, spamming that leadership ability and calling Grandmaster Yoda to assist. He inflicts potency down on his basic. Pretty straightforward. And then you also needed to defeat 40 enemies with Rebel fighters. So obviously the easiest way to do this is with a Rebel fighter team. Mon Mothma, Wedge, Biggs, and Lando are right there, are your 4 that you can use if you wanted to use a full Rebel fighter team. If you didn't have a Rebel fighter team that could survive, or you weren't too sure about it, they're all light side. So Jedi Master Luke lead, again, super straightforward. And then you can just call them to assist with his leadership and get the kills that way. So again, he's helping you out there. Okay, so then Sector 3, you need to attempt to inflict stun 100 times. 2 ways you're going to be able to do this. Jedi Master Luke lead again and calling to assist, and you're going to call anyone who has a stun on basic. So Ayla, R2, any of those light side characters that are going to help you. Jedi Knight Luke, you need him to get Jedi Master Luke. He has an AoE stun. So right there, you're going to be good. Jedi Knight Luke also has a blind on his special. So you could use him in the second sector as well. You needed to inflict evasion down 40 times in Sector 3. So again, you're using Jedi Master Luke's leadership ability and you're calling someone to assist on basic. It's probably going to be Old Ben because you've geared him to get Jedi Master Luke and he has evasion down on basic. So right there, you are good to go. Sector 4, you did need to inflict stagger 60 times. The easiest way I found to do this was not with Jedi Master Luke, but if you didn't have the team built, you can still do it with him and just have him call Veteran Han, because Veteran Han has a stagger on his basic. But the big thing here that I found was the most challenging for me at the time was getting 50 kills with Mandalorian characters. Again, Jedi Master Luke leadership, and there are a couple of Mandalorian characters who are light side, and you would be able to call them with his leadership ability and get the kills that way. And then in Sector 5, you needed to defeat 40 units with Bad Batch. Same idea. They're all light side, so Jedi Master Luke leadership ability is really going to help you out, and you can keep calling them to assist. The rest of the feats there are obviously incremental. And then the global feats for this one, you needed to win with light side and dark side. So that one was going to happen pretty much on its own. But killing 100 characters with unaligned force users, CLS is an unaligned force user, so is Jedi Training Rey, and you need to have them geared up to get Jedi Master Luke. So again, super straightforward, and you can do it with him. So this is, like I said, that was Conquest 7, 8, and 9. So those would have been roughly over the summer. I think August was when we had that really weird Conquest break. So I might get the timeline wrong here, but I'm pretty sure it was July. We skipped almost all of August and then had 2 in September back to back. Doesn't really matter, but so it was roughly 6 to 9 months ago. Then Conquest 10, you needed to defeat 50 units with clone troopers. So you can do it with a full clone trooper squad, or you could use Jedi Master Luke and have him call them to assist. Super straightforward. You needed to win 14 battles with no support in your squad. So again, just don't put any support characters with Jedi Master Luke, and you'll be able to do that one pretty down. Inflict evasion down 40 times again. Old Ben's going to do it for you on his basic. You just need to call him to assist. In Sector 2, you needed to inflict armor shred 20 times. So I wouldn't say that he would necessarily be the one doing this, but if you wanted to, if you have Cam unlocked, you can call Cam. Gas would be here. Pretty much any Jedi squad that you're going to build around Jedi Master Luke is where you're going to go with this, and they're going to get the armor shred for you. And Jedi Master Luke's just going to make sure you 3-star the node pretty much. Winning with characters surviving as well, he's going to be able to help you there. In Sector 3, you had the Rebel Fighter kills again, so same idea, you're going to call them to assist, and then inflicting stagger. So if you didn't have the Scoundrels team to get it done, you could just call Vet Han, and he does it on his basic. Sector 4, really, really straightforward. You need a full light side team for 14 battles. So he's obviously going to help you with that. But then you also need to defeat 50 enemies with Empire units. He's not going to help you there, but you needed Darth Vader to get Jedi Knight Luke. So you have Darth Vader geared, and he's going to help you get these kills because he's going to go into Merciless Massacre. And depending on his disc setup, he's probably going to get every single kill for you. That's how I rack them up personally, and you would be good to go. The key part for Sector 4 with Jedi Master Luke is inflicting potency down again. So again, I'm calling Grandmaster Yoda to assist on, and he will inflict that on his basic for you. Sector 5, you had to kill units with Mandalorians again. So if you didn't have a full Mandalorian team, you could just put some light side ones on the team with Jedi Master Luke and have him call them to assist. I would even mix in Jango with this, even though he can't call, Jedi Master Luke can't call Jango because he's a dark side character. My Jango was strong enough that he could survive with him and get some kills or help whittle the characters down so that the light side Mandalorians could get the kills as well. You also need to win 14 battles with 4 Imperial remnants. So because you have 4, Imperial remnants, it's not a full squad. And the easiest way to get it done is to just pick a node that a galactic legend can solo. So Jedi Master Luke could solo, and he would just carry the characters with him, and they can die. It doesn't matter because you've won anyway. You would want to inflict stun 100 times. So again, characters that can stun on their basic can be called, or if you put Jedi Knight Luke on your team, he does his AoE, and you're getting a whole bunch there. Okay, so that was that iteration. But the most recent iteration, the one that we are in right now, so for the next two, so March 22 and April 22 will have the exact same feats. You can use him. So he's not going to help you in Sector 1 in terms of winning without any tanks in your squad because he is a tank himself. But again, the characters that you need to unlock him are the ones that are going to be getting a lot of these feats done, particularly blind. So again, you have to inflict blind 40 times. So Jedi Knight Luke has it on his special, and Chupio has an AoE. So you'll be able to deal with that. And then gaining foresight, the easiest way, honestly, is with Hermit Yoda. He's going to give it to everyone. He's got an AoE. Or if you have Grandmaster Yoda, he can steal it off somebody and share it. And these are characters that you're going to be using with Jedi Master Luke anyway. In Sector 2, you're going to go through. It's pretty straightforward in terms of just moving through it on your own and getting some of these feats done on, their own. And he's not going to be particularly good in Sector 2 in terms of milking the feats, but the characters that you need for him anyway are the ones that are going to be helping you. So again, defense up, health steal up. Health steal up, you're going to get that from Grandmaster Yoda can steal it and share it, and you'll be able to go with that. Sector 3, you need to win with full Jedi squad, so that's pretty straightforward. It doesn't really matter there. You need to evade at least 100 attacks in battles you win. If you need to win with a full Jedi squad, then you should be putting Hermit Yoda, in my opinion, with Jedi Master Luke. You can walk through it that way really easily because Hermit Yoda is also going to give you the foresight so that you can be evading and winning, and you're working on both feats at the same time. Critical hits, again, super straightforward. You're going to be doing that naturally as you go through. In Sector 4, you're going to attempt to inflict ability block 60 times. Jedi Master Luke's AoE has an ability block on it, so right there he's going to be helping you. You need to defeat 50 enemies with clone trooper units. So again, you can use his leadership ability to call to assist. You can see where I'm going with this. A lot of it is using his leadership ability just to call people to assist. Sector 5, you need to defeat characters with Old Republic units. So it's the same idea. And because they're Jedi, they have a little bit of really good synergy with Jedi Master Luke anyway. But you can just spam and call them to assist. Armor Shred, again, there, it's going to be based off of whoever you put with him. That will help you, but evasion down for 40 times. I liked to work on that one while I was working on the Old Republic kills at the same time, because Old Ben does it on his basics, so you can call him to assist, have him get some evasion downs, and then have your Old Republic characters get the kills. And then again, for global feats, super straightforward. You have a full light side team that he's going to help you with. You do need to defeat, if you're going for these feats where you get rewarded the key card, one of them is defeating 100 enemies with Darth Vader or Jedi Knight Luke. You're going to have Darth Vader geared for Jedi Knight Luke. Jedi Knight Luke is going to be geared for Jedi Master Luke. So both of them will be able to help you. But Jedi Knight Luke, you can have, he's going to get kills just because he's geared and relicked for Jedi Master Luke. But again, if you put him with Jedi Master Luke, he's going to be able to call him to get the kills anyway. And then you have 2 feats where you need to win with characters surviving. It can be done in any sector, and all you need is one character that can carry those 4 with you. So, you need the Mandalorian, not the Mandalorian. It says the Mandalorian. You actually need Beskar Mandalorian and Boba Fett, original Boba Fett, not the Conquest of Boba Fett. And then you need Farm Boy Luke, and you need Old Ben. Old Ben's going to be geared, obviously, for Jedi Master Luke. And they don't need to survive. You just need to win the battles. So, again, you just pick a node that Jedi Master Luke can win on. And you can either call Old Ben or Jedi Knight, or Old Ben or Farm Boy Luke with him, but he's going to be the one usually that's doing the kills, and you can do that again in any sector. So just in my opinion, to make it the easiest possible, to get some of these feats done, he is going to be the one that's helping you a lot, just because of his leadership ability in terms of calling characters to assist to get a lot of those debuffs out there. And yeah, he's been around since roughly 6 months before Conquest started. And in my opinion, I've been saying this since Conquest began, that he's the galactic legend that you want in order to get a lot of these feats done and get them done as quickly as possible and efficiently as possible, because you need to be redoing battles over and over again to get a lot of these feats done. So you want to be able to milk it the best way possible. And you can get Red Crate with just Galactic Legend Luke. It's totally possible. I've done it on Xeris Alt. I do it every month on each iteration of Conquest. It's really not the end of the world in order to be able to do it. Because again, the way his leadership ability works is a lot of the damage that's being done when you're calling, all of the damage that's being done when you're calling people to assist based off his leadership ability is through the amount of protection that he has. So it doesn't really matter the amount of damage that your allies can do on the team, because they're going to be getting that damage done because of his ability, his leadership ability. So that is pretty much it. Agree, disagree, let me know below. Honestly, I rely on Jedi Master Luke so much. I have gotten Red Crate every single time Conquest has gone around. Every single change that's happened, I'm still Red Crating it. And he is a very, very, very big reason why. If you have questions, if it wasn't clear, let me know. If you want to see these feat charts, let me know. And I have no problem sharing them with you. They just don't look good on video because it's so much text. Again, highly recommend. I'm not out here saying that he is the best galactic legend. I think he's pretty high up there, to be honest with you. But in terms of Conquest, in terms of making your life a lot easier in this game mode, because we all know this game mode is a grind, he is the one I would pick, and he's the one I would go for. If you disagree, let me know, and let me know why, but be respectful, because I obviously would love to know. I personally, he makes it easy. And that's just my take on it. All right, guys. I will see you later this week, because I want to put out another postmortem so that we can be prepared, because Conquest is coming back next week and we want a Red Crate, because that's what we do. All right, guys. I will see you later. Have a good one.